In lesson 17 of my series 1000 English Grammar Rules Explained, I'm going to look at how we use the before a group noun. Now, previously, a couple of lessons ago, I explained how we use a or an before a group noun, but we can also use the. Let's look at one of the examples that we've been following in previous lessons. A choir is a group of people who sing. Now, this is an example of many choirs, but if I'm telling a story about a choir, I could rewrite the sentence a little bit like this. I need to rewrite it so that I can introduce the in a moment, as you will see. A choir gathered in the street. The choir was one of the best in the area. So a choir gathered in the street. The choir was one of the best in the area. Now, why did I switch from a choir to the choir? Because I said before that we use a or an with a group noun. Well, it's because if the rules for using the indefinite article the are fulfilled, then they apply also to the group noun. And this is one of the rules. We use a plus group noun. Of course, this is a or an, if it's a vowel sound at the start of the next word. And if you remember from what we looked at in the basic rules for articles, we remember that that's for the first mention of a noun. But the goes with the second mention and subsequent mentions of a noun. Usually, because we have that one exception that we looked at a few lessons ago with copular verbs. But usually the second mention of a noun, we use the before nouns, and exactly the same rule applies if it's a group noun. We still switch from a or an to the when it's the second mention.